Hey y'all, Instinct Survivalist coming again with another product review, this time of the PD36R. R means what? Rechargeable, exactly. So we know that you've seen some of the other videos, and I'll put the links down below for those as well. But Fenix has come out with the PD36R simply because it was needed. And that's the great thing about Fenix themselves, is they go based off of what their clientele need or what they think the public needs. The good news is that they've done their research and they've come out pretty good as far as that goes. Now this one's 1600 lumens, pretty freaking awesome as far as that goes. 283 meters of beam distance, and because it is rechargeable, it is USB-C as far as the recharging cord. Now, for those of you that are Android users, I think y'all are already on USB-C. For iOS, I've even got a newer iPhone and I'm still doing the lightning cable. I'm not sure of the difference between those, but that's not what this video is about. So, what's so good about this? Number one, it has got two different switch systems, meaning that it's got the cap switch where you go off on, right? So, you know, typical flashlight off on, but then it's also got the burst, so I can do an instant on just as a light tap, and it immediately shines full blast. So that's awesome, and again, that's 1600 lumens. So there's that. Now, let me break it into the different stats for this one. It has a strobe light, which is at 1600 lumens. Great. All the rest of the stuff doesn't matter as far as runtime, distance, intensity, impact resistance, by the way, as always, 1 meter, and IP68, 2 meters underwater. So that's pretty good. All right, so output, they've got the strobe, they've got eco or eco-friendly, low, medium, high, and turbo. All right, so eco is 30 lumens, low 150, medium 350, high 800, and then you guessed it, turbo is 1600. Now, why is that awesome? Because it gives me a wide range of different uses, right? So I'm not looking at, you know, let me just light up the night, which is what a lot of flashlights do, or, oh, I've only got a dim, and those are my two options. This one gives you that stagger step in between. Now, keep in mind, yes, that's exactly what Fenix does on all of their flashlights, or at least a majority of them, to give you that stepstone should you want to go in and say, no, I don't need this, but it gives you the versatility to go in and have it through different operational functions. So whether you're looking at tactical operations, or whether you're looking at, let me put it in an EDC, or if you're looking at it from, like my other one, the 09R is actually in my amateur radio kit to give me a little more flexibility with that. So it gives me a little more brightness than the 5R, which also I've done a review on. So again, I'll put the links down below for all the Fenix flashlights. Runtime on this, even at turbo, is 2 hours and 50 minutes. That's pretty freaking awesome at 1600 lumens. So if I'm going out and we're doing wilderness medicine in July in Colorado Springs, for those of you that care, this is 2022, just by the way. Anyway, for those of you that care, it takes it to where I can do a couple of scenarios without having to worry about the recharge. So that in itself, to me, makes it beneficial. High at 800 lumens is 5 hours and 49 minutes. So just shy of 6 hours, I can go without having to worry about a recharge, which means that I can probably use this for most of the week and not have to recharge, because that's about right if I calculate it right in my brain. That's good. So the turbo gives you 283 meters, high gives you 197. Now, for the stats on the lower ones, just look at the box. It's on their website, not a problem, but I want to focus on these simply because it gives you a little bit more. In the cast video that we'll cut away to, you'll see that I've got it 20, 60, and 20, 40, and 60 meters, and you can see just kind of the distance. 60 yards. We're not doing metric system. It's 60 yards. You can see very clearly the pergola that's at the end of the cast. So and it goes even further than that. There's an apple tree about another 5 yards from there. There's some things about another 10 yards from there. I don't know if you'll be able to see those because I tried not to focus on them. Anyway, the other piece on it is the intensity, right? So great, it's 1600 lumens, but what's the intensity, right? And this is 19,977 candles. Think about that. One candle power, 19,000, just shy of 20,000 candle power from that intensity. That is awesome. All right, so let's break this out. It's a 5,000 milliamp battery, milliamp hour battery. I just said it right. 5 years of free repair. Now, what's in the box itself? And for time's sake, I did go ahead and bust this open. Not to mention, I had to do the rest of the review, right? All right, so let's break out what comes in the box, and I'm gonna go backwards. I don't want to bring out the flashlight just yet. You gotta wait for it. So in the package itself, you've got the instruction manual, the warranty card, and then you've also got your lanyard so that you can attach it in there. And then, maybe I brought them out already. Yep, there you go, lanyard. And then the USB-C cable. I like the fact they provide that. And then a sheath. All right, so another Fenix sheath. With the bigger ones like this, they do provide sheaths. I'm a fan. I typically put mine in my pocket or clip it to my pocket or clip it to whatever I'm carrying. But there are times when that's actually beneficial. For the 35, I actually took and attached it to the outside of my bag. So that made it easier to access, but that was with the sheath. Now, as we look at the rest of this, and I'll take and get a little bit more detailed here. As we look at the rest of this, it does have that thumb switch like we were talking about. And unlike the smaller ones like the 5 and the 9, it actually has a flip-up recharging port, right? So it's rubberized, and it goes across the actual charging port. Now I'm typically not a fan of those, but what I will say that Fenix has done that has made me become a fan is the piece that attaches into the actual flashlight barrel is deeper. So it's not one of those where you can easily flip it up. You actually have to go in and physically make sure that that's what you want to do, because it drives deep into the barrel itself. That to me has been one of the things that so many other flashlights have been lacking, but not Fenix. Now Fenix, keep in mind, they do things for their customers. That's the big benefit. All right, so we got the thumb cap again with the on off, and then the instant on. And then we got the change in intensity, or the change in high, low, medium, high, medium, low, whatever order you want to do it in, and eco and turbo, as well as strobe. The other part of that is in the center of it, just like with the other ones, it does have a charging light. So, and what I mean by that is the power indicator. If it is on full charge, it's solid green. If it's on partial charge, it's getting there. It's going to flash green, then you get flash red, and then you get solid red, which means you're screwed, right? You don't even use the flashlight till you charge it. It's pretty much what it boils down to. All right, so let's cut away. Let's do the cast video, then we'll come back and do some closing thoughts on this.
It's low, or what they call eco, low, medium, high, turbo. All right, this first tree here, 10 yards. Second tree, 20 yards. The pergola, the square frame, is 30 yards. And that's, I would venture to say you can see that via the video, but that's pretty clear, lighting up the sky there. So it's just starting to get daylight here. That's 1600 lumens, by the way. Back to eco.
All right, folks, so I hope that cast video gives you a clearer picture of what we're looking at, or how we're looking at it from the other end of the flashlight. What I will say is that the piece that I forgot to talk about on this when I was thinking about it is the actual clip. Now, I talked about the sheath, being able to attach it to my bag, and I also talked about the fact that I usually clip mine to my pocket, but this has a double clip system, meaning that it's S-shaped. So it goes, it's stuck in the barrel, comes out, goes around, open loop, comes back around into another loop. So you've got two different loops, one on this end and one on this end. One on the side where the light could be up or the light could be down. Why is that beneficial? For me, it's beneficial because now I can attach it to something. And if I'm looking at it, let's go with, I've got a backpack on, I can just attach it there and it beams out ahead. Hands-free mode, love that. I want to put it on my, I forgot what hat I had on. Put it on my hat, I could do that. Probably won't, but I could. And then the other side of it is, again, if I want to put it in my pocket and use it that way, right? Not flashlight in my pocket, but being able to hold it in my pocket until I need it. So, hey y'all, I've become a huge fan of Fenix. I like what they're doing. I like where they're going. I like the options I have, not just from a single light, but their entire line of lights, whether it's their headlamps, whether it's the small EDCs that they've got, and I've done a couple of reviews on those, or whether it's ones that's a little bit bigger, a little stouter, a little heavier, but again, you heard the battery hours, right? I'm not worried about it because it's going to last a long time. So anyway, hey, check it out. Got the link down below. Get yourself one. I make 0 on these, so click the link all you want to. It doesn't affect me one way or the other, with the fact of, hey, I got a flashlight. Anyway, hey y'all, thanks for all you do. Thanks for your likes, your comments, subscribes, and shares. And until then, use your instincts to survive. Thanks for watching.